Good morning, everybody, from amazing Waikiki Beach, Diamond Head Mountain over there. This place is gorgeous. I was in Maui for a week, and I decided to come back here. This place is beautiful. And one of my close buddies here from Michigan that I don't get to see very often came to join me yesterday. He's here with his aunt, Anthony Grupido. And if you haven't seen him on Fox 2 News or pretty much any news network, I think, in Metro Detroit, just Google him. Just Google this guy. This guy is one of the most amazing... This guy, I don't know how he doesn't have a national back TV show just yet, because this guy is amazing. Not just for his magic, but for his message. And just a really, really incredible person. And when I met Anthony, I met him at Sagebrush Restaurant in Lake Orion one time when I was getting some nacho carry-out a few years ago on his 21st birthday. And I think I bought them a round or something, and we started talking. And I was really interested in he was just a very dynamic person. And we kept in touch, and then a couple months later, he says, I really want you to see me perform my magic live in front of people. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And I just never made the time to do it. And then one day he says, I got this really big event that I'm involved with, and it's to help prevent and bring awareness to teen and young adult suicide. And I said, okay, I'll go see it. And I was thinking that, and this is No Resolve, K-N-O-W Resolve. And I thought when I was going there, I was going to be going to a place where maybe 30 or 40 people are at. No, there's like 700 to 1,000 people. And I'm watching this 21-year-old kid right here on stage making people cry. You know, just telling his life story, sharing his vulnerabilities, being absolutely, completely authentic, and talking about his life struggles and things that a lot of people would be absolutely ashamed of talking about, but he's doing it in front of all these strangers, hundreds of them, and really, it was such a powerful message. And I said, man, this guy's just awesome. And so he and I kept in touch. He goes around to schools all over the state of Michigan, in fact, other places around the country, and he just does some really amazing stuff to help people. And so we're in Waikiki Beach watching the sunrise.
Ooh,
and
beautiful. And I've already mistaken. I didn't have coffee this morning. I run inside.
He's blaming it on the coffee.
There's sharks. There's surfers.
I'm in the toilet taking a crap, and he's like, there's sharks out there. I go, yeah, it's Hawaii, there's sharks. He goes, no, there's a ton of them. I said, yeah, I know there's probably a lot. He goes, no, they're all over there hanging out. You can see their fins. And then I walk out, and they're surfers. but I want you to, I want to just share something with you real quick. Well, I'd like Anthony to share something with you real quick, because his message, his magic is amazing, and what he does to help impact people's life is absolutely magical. And he's doing it on a much grander scale now. He just on TikTok. He joined TikTok a few weeks ago. He's got close to 100,000 followers on TikTok. I've been on TikTok for a couple years on my Carpet Guys thing, and I've got maybe a couple hundred, I think.
I haven't even done a magic trick on TikTok yet. I don't know. But here's the thing. This morning when we woke up, something happened to Joe. Joe lost his laptop.
Oh, God.
He realized that he didn't have it anymore. What happened to your laptop?
I got up this morning to do my goals on my laptop, and I realized it's not in my bag. Yesterday I flew Southwest Airlines from Maui over to Honolulu, and normally I don't fly Southwest, I fly Delta, so they have all my TSA pre-check and da-da-da, and I booked the ticket 40 minutes before departure, and I didn't get my laptop out of the security bin, and I just realized it this morning, so I was like, oh, but
yeah,
it happens.
So Joe, he was upset for about 15 seconds. Man! And I, took a deep breath, and that was it. And the thing is, can you believe this? That, if you look out here, that Joe came still outside and he had a really good time, a really good day. And a lot of people, when that kind of situation happens, they wouldn't take the time to come out on this balcony and appreciate how beautiful the sunset was. Especially me. I know that I
sunrise.
Sunrise. My bad. Whew, I'm still tired. But that it's about gratitude, and it's about the story that you tell yourself, which is why when I go to these places, I talk about abracadabra, which means what I speak is what I create. So yes, this is an amazing sunrise, but if you don't learn to appreciate it and tell yourself how amazing it is, well, you're going to have a hard time appreciating it. Now, this isn't a magic trick at all. This is a napkin. And what's cool about this napkin is that a lot of people just see it as a napkin, and that its use is that you can blow your nose with it. Some people have other uses for it that aren't appropriate for a PG audience.
Another reason why I needed my laptop this morning before he woke up.
But the thing about the napkin is that it is just like anything else. It's exactly what you want to make it. So this isn't magic. This is origami. And definitely there's some origami pieces that are magic. But if I roll it into a tube, well, maybe you see it as a tube. If you pinch down where my fingers are, you might see it as something a little bit different. Now, for those of you who already know what I'm doing, who have seen me before, this is a rose that I'm creating. And just like every single day, it really depends on how you handle things. It depends on how you position it. So what I'm trying to do is create a rose petal. I'm trying to also create a stem. And then, of course, you need the little leaf that goes onto the rose as well, which is a little bit harder for me to get because I don't do this as much. Especially during COVID, I haven't done things like this in a while. And instead of a napkin, you can turn it into a rose, which makes it 10 times more beautiful, in my opinion. It's all about how you handle things, how you pivot your way through life, and what the story that you tell yourself. Because this morning, when I looked out in the bay, I saw tons of sharks, and I was super pumped. And that illusion was broke by Joe informing me that they were, in fact, surfers.
Sorry, man.
But, you know, the rose napkin is just a really, really fun lesson because for those of you who can kind of see it now, the rose napkin is a really fun lesson because if you see it as a napkin, it's never going to be anything different. But the cool thing about this rose napkin, if you take it into your left hand, actually, I don't know if we can do this. Watch it very carefully. Watch it kind of fade away into the sunset.
Oh, man. You should have saw the tricks he was doing last night. I put him on Instagram last night, and we were just getting people walking down the beach, and like, whoa! It's awesome.
We met some good friends. We wore masks. Everyone was super cool and respectful, and I think between all the islands, there's only 80 people with COVID, so I think this might be one of the safest places in the world to work at the moment. And you know, I'll be out here for the next month. I wish Joe was joining me for the next month, but
no, I gotta go home.
We're
and be
making
dad.
the best of what we can in the time that we have here. When I just don't. Yeah, this is the most beautiful place in the world that I've ever been. So.
But again, it's how you see it.
It is.
Because there's probably a lot of people that work in the hotel or work on that freighter over there, and they probably wake up and they're saying it's another day, another dollar. You know, they see the same exact sunrise that we see, but they might have a perspective of it of just that it's just another day. But we're not used to this type of scenery, so we say, oh wow, it's amazing, it's beautiful. But we choose what to be grateful for.
Oh yeah.
And again, it's a mindset, like if we're grateful for our lungs, because, like I never thought about the value of breathing. Like obviously we know that breathing is important, but I tell you what, when I got COVID, it was a motherfucker. I mean, I was trying to have a sentence. I'm having a meeting with the Better Business Bureau on Zoom, and they're interviewing me because we won the Torch Award for the Carpet Guys.
Oh, nice.
And I'm trying to talk, and I was like, oh man, I hope they edit this thing right because I could barely breathe, but I was so thankful for my breaths. And I know people that have died with this thing, and it's just, you just don't know what you're taking for granted until we don't have it.
Yeah, grateful. Great. You were talking earlier. I'm grateful for your eyesight to be able to see this. I mean, so many people don't have eyesight. Grateful for your hearing so that you can hear the ocean. My aunt, my aunt Natalie, I think she's my aunt, is deaf, and it's a different experience that so many people live, and you have to be grateful for the one that you're living because you're not going to live someone else's experience ever, no matter how bad you want to. Right. Have I looked at Joe sometimes and been jealous? Hell yes.
I look at this guy and be jealous all the time. I would trade everything that I got to be 20, 25 again, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's all about how you look at it. But, I'm grateful for my health, for my eyesight. I'm grateful for everything that's happening to me, at this moment because in 2020, I lost over 90% of my revenue. I mean, that's a lot. I lost everything, U.S. touring contract and etc. But I can't even be mad because it brought me here. And, the other night, I think it was the first or second night that I was here, I was sitting in bed thinking that everyone that I love, everyone that I want to be with, in quotations, because, they're back at home. But then I realized, it doesn't have to be that way. And I start practicing that gratitude and being like, what are you talking, these stories in your head? You're not homesick, you're lonely. And you have so many friends on this island that you haven't met yet. You have so many people on this island that you haven't met yet. And then guess what? Next day, I hear vroom vroom outside. Joe pulls up. He says, "Let's go." And off we went.
We went to North Shore and we saw some amazing scenery. I mean, those waves were 20-some feet. I mean, I've never seen waves like that ever. And it's all how you look at things, man. And if you look at things with an attitude of gratitude, little shitty things, sometimes really big shitty things can take place in your day. And we can overcome them because we flood our mind with gratitude. So the first thing I like to do in the morning is I like to go on my laptop, either do my goals, or else I would like to do a gratitude list. And if you start your day with gratitude and you really flood it, I mean, don't just write 2 or 3 things that you're grateful for, but if you can write down everything, even the little things that they're really big things, but we think of them as little because we don't think of them every day. Like we were talking about, your eyesight. and your ability to smell, and our, we're Americans, man. We have freedom, we have choice, we have jobs, we have, things that we can do to provide for people and for ourselves, and just like think of all the, if you could write down 20 or 30 things every morning for 10 minutes of the things you're grateful for, and you flood that into your brain, something shitty could happen. Like you could lose your laptop that has everything on it, man, and it could really screw things up for you. And you know what? I can still smile, man. I'm grateful.
Yeah, you could either bum about your laptop all day, or you can wake up and be grateful for the things that you do have, not the things that are missing. Because if you look at all the things that you're missing a lot of people at the moment in a lot of different things. But that's just, you can't look at things that way. And I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, because it is, because you're human, and we're human, and we're going to get that way. But practicing that gratitude, and with your writing too, that's self-awareness. That's such an important task, and I wish that we taught that stuff in school. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm very grateful. I'm grateful to have great people in my life, friends that he's half my age. I never would have think he's my friend. He's not my peer, but he is. He's a role model to me. It's awesome to be able to seriously, be to a point in my life where I've learned enough. I'm not humble, but I'm getting there and learning enough humility that I can say, there's a guy that's half my age and he's like one of my role models. This guy, in a lot of ways, is a mentor to me. Thank you.
And it's great to be able to surround yourself with really great people. And I encourage everyone to do that. Find people that are playing the game at a better level than you're playing it. And try to get next to those people and pick their brain and learn from them. So, anyways, we got like 5 different life lessons all in one little video.
But before we go though, the challenges that you talked about that you faced, and you still came out of it on the other side, amaze me. And I always tell people, I'm 25, I have no college degree. I'm not loaded by any means, but I have enough financial freedom to where I can, really, where I can do things like this.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful.
He's on a month-long vacation in Hawaii. I only got a week.
Grateful that the Carpet Guys, today sponsored our hotel room. Me and Joe slept next to each other.
Not next to each other. Don't go there, guys. No spooning and no forking over here. Absolutely not.
But I tell people every day, you can do whatever you wish, because all through high school, when I told people I wanted to be a magician that talked about mental health and suicide prevention, everyone's, you go to college. I think my leadership teacher in high school said that I needed to go to college and join a frat. That was the dumbest advice that I ever got in my life. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for other people. So every single day when you wake up, I wish you guys chase your dreams, combine your talent and your passion, because that's what the world really needs.
I was just talking about this yesterday.
That's what they need. Yeah, that's what they need. And people need to, we need more people to step up and to do what they're supposed to do with their lives, because that's what we need. We need more people. I was
just on my YouTube. I don't do Facebook Lives very often, and I used to. I haven't for a while, but I just did this I just spoke about this yesterday on my YouTube.
Did you really?
Like literally.
I didn't see. Okay.
Literally. So anyway, follow this guy. If you seriously look this guy up, Anthony Grupido, Grupido. You can find him on Instagram. Grupido is his last name. Find him on there. On TikTok, he's got close to 100,000 followers in 3 weeks.
For watch steals. Yeah. Joey better watch his Rolex here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He steals watches, but it's all magic. He takes it off your wrist. You got to see his magic. I mean, the flower. Okay, that's cool. I've seen that before. But the magic that he was showing people last night on this, I've seen this guy before, and it blew my mind. The shit. I was like, how are you doing that?
run around.
And I'm literally recording it from every angle, and I still couldn't fit it. This guy is amazing. So follow him. It's not just for the magic, but it's also for the life lessons and his leadership. And this guy saves lives, man. And I don't think he realizes how much of an impact he has on hundreds or thousands of people. That if you save one life in your life, you're doing more than your deed. And I tell you, this guy's probably saved hundreds of lives over the last few years.
Our data shows that when I present the Magic of Hope, which is the keynote presentation, that there are 17 new high school or middle school students, depending on where I am, every single time in that counseling office that have never been there before, and at least 2 are connected to some kind of mental health service. And soon, if you guys follow me, you'll see what I did at Selfridge Air Base a year ago and how I changed the mental health culture there. As well. So if you think that you can't make a difference, trust me, when I walked in, I spoke to the entire Selfridge Air Base with the commander. I'm 25 years old, I've never served or anything like that, and it did make a difference.
Well, you serve our community in big ways as well.
Yes.
So, thank you. thank you for your service.
Thank you as
So,
well. Hopefully I'll see you guys. Hopefully we'll see you guys soon. Have a great day.
Have a great day.